Before I know it, I've opened it again. No one called me. No notification I actually care about. It's just there. Like a convenience store at 2 a.m. You don't need anything, but somehow you still walk in. The annoying part? They don't even sell alcohol or cigarettes, yet somehow it just isn't addictive. If you ask me whether it's an addiction, I say it's half right and half wrong. It's not like alcohol. It's not destroying your body, but it's not exactly healthy either. If anything, it feels like mind, modern condition, a mix of a very human desire to connect and this widely annoying habit of needing to check who you even are. What's very strange is the structure itself, the way it makes you feel like you are expected to be something for people you've never even seen. Maybe someone's watching, maybe someone will react, maybe they'll praise you or tear you apart. This endless loop of maybe is basically gourmet food ingredient fine food for the brain. And before you realize it, you've created this version of yourself that's constantly trying to meet expectation. The worst part? You think you're just being a natural. That's your life. But somehow you're performing towards the audience. It's kind of absurd, foolish bizarre when you step back and look at it. And then there's hope that maybe you understand each other. Honestly, that's already drifting into dark humor territory. Thinking people with the same interest will understand you is about as logical as saying we both like ramen, so let's get married. Reality is a bit harsher. Even if you like the same things, the reasons, intensity, it's all different. And in a world of text, it's even worse. Emotion get tripped out, context gets wrapped, nuance disappears. At this point, not misunderstanding each other would be the miracle. So really, not understanding each other is the default settings. If you cannot lower your expectation to zero, it slowly wears you down, like emotional sandpaper. So then you think maybe it's better to just shut it all out. And that's half true. If you close it off, sure, it's easier. No one says anything. Nothing hurts. Your mind gets quiet, like turning off your horn. But at the same time, no notification come in. No new information either. The world doesn't just get quiet. It gets smaller. Humans are inconvenient like that. We even get bored if nothing happens. So, if you shut everything out completely, a different kind of loneliness showed up. Something like protected but bored. Whether that's regular or hell, kind of hard to tell. And then, before you know it, you are back again. You quit for 8 months and still come back. That's not just habit, that's instinct. At this point, maybe you are more like migratory, travelings, nomadics, roamings, wanderings of fish, migratory fish. There are plenty of reasons: habit, wanting validations, the urge to express yourself, filling the gap of loneliness. None of them were wrong, and none of them fully explain it either. In the end, it's more like an unresolved way of using something that keeps pulling you back in. So it's less of addictions and more like being dragged along by a tool you haven't quite figured out how to use. Humans are great at inventing useful things, keeping a healthy distance from them, not so much. But if there's one saving grace, it's this: you've started using it as a way to have a conversation with yourself. That's actually not bad. In fact, it's pretty good. If you treat it like a stage where you are constantly judged, it becomes exhausting. But if you are using it as a place to lay out and organize your thoughts, it turns into something entirely different. From a stage for an audience to a mirror for yourself. That shift makes all the difference. The same place can feel like heavens or hell depending on that. At the end of the day, you are just someone who wants to connect but cannot stand the shallow connections. So you're stuck in between, going back and forth. It sounds like a contradiction, but it's actually very normal. That's just how people are. And in the end, it comes down to one simple question: why do you open it? To see someone's reaction, to find something interesting, or to check that you still exist in some way. If your answer leans towards interesting information, self-confirmation, you are probably not fully addicted, because that's still a choice, not just a consumption. Also, let's be honest, eventually, even choosing becomes a hustle, and you catch yourself scrolling without thinking again. But when that happens, it is what it is. You probably end up thinking about it like this old game. And as long as you're still questioning it, you haven't been completely swallowed yet.